Welcome to the Renegade Fight. Today we'll be talking about changes are still being made in Tallahassee. So let's talk about it. FSU hires a new defensive backs coach, Brandon Harris. Harris is the brother to current receivers head coach Tim Harris. Um, Coach Brandon Harris's previous stop was University of UCF. So, yes, we got a new defensive backs coach. This defensive backs coach is now hired um, to take over the defensive backs uh, to coach this 2026 season. He is replacing Coach Patrick Surtain, who was let go earlier this month, uh, early part of December. So we have a new defensive backs coach. Still unsure really about um, how the defensive backs will fare. But what I do know is Coach Brandon Harris is a good recruiter. He is a good developer, and he is also a good coach that he puts the right persons and personnel on the field, like um, Coach Surtain did as well. Still, uh, uh, wanting to see Coach Surtain with the Florida State Seminoles, but hey, I things happen for a reason and things out of my control. But we have a new defensive backs coach, and hope that Coach Harris comes in and just picks up where Surtain left off and develop the players, put the best players on the field, put the best players in the right position to succeed during the games and during practices. Um, I think that Coach Harris, Brandon Harris, will be a great asset to the team. But this is what I'm looking at too, outside looking in. Uh, Coach Brandon Harris is the defensive backs coach. Now, okay, Coach Tim Harris is the um, receivers coach for Florida State. How will this brother match up? How will this brother matchup um, affect Florida State? Meaning, how are they going to compete against each other during practice? How are they going to coach against each other during practice? Who wants to show each other their skills on both sides of the ball? So these Harris brothers, I think they're going to team up together with the defensive backs and the receivers and just put the best showing on the field. So I can't wait to see what that's going to be like in practice. Uh, Coach Brandon Harris and Tim Harris coaching against each other during the practices and seeing what how that unfolds. So next we talk about Florida State also hires a new edge and pass rush specialist, Nick Williams. Um, yes, Nick Williams is the new head coach for the edge rush and the game pass rush specialist for the defense. Yes, he'll be working right alongside Terrence Knighton. Uh, Coach Williams is a great recruiter as well. He is a great developer as well. He also is one that he can spot talent and how good talent will be by just putting you on the field and let you run a few plays, and he can see how talented you are or going to be um, throughout the season and throughout practices, and that's also good too because you can, that means you have an insight on what a player needs to work on immediately without even seeing them really get in reps. So that's also good. So Coach Williams is going to be a great asset to this defensive line. Um, Coach Williams' previous coaching stops was at Syracuse this past season. And of course, like I said, he will coach alongside Terrence Knighton on the defensive line. And Coach Williams also played at Georgia, and he also coached at Georgia as well under Kirby Smart, which that was in 2017. So yes, just to see him and Terrence Knighton together on that defensive line, coaching together. As we all know, our defensive line this 2025 season was elite. It was great, a great line. Yes, we had some guys that was kind of questionable, but for the most part, our defensive line stepped up big, made plays, uh, caused trouble. If you know what that means, you heard me talk about causing trouble. The Desir twins causing trouble. Uh, this gonna be a new vamp defensive line. Can't wait just to see how well will this 2026 defensive line team fare this coming season. Moving along down the list, let's talk about quarterback coach Tony Tony Tokars. He's leaving the Noles for the University of Buffalo coaching staff. From what I understand, quarterback coach Tokars will be now the offensive coordinator there at Buffalo University. Um, wish him the best there in Buffalo. Uh, don't know why he left. But I mean, I understand why. I mean, better coaching opportunity to be an offensive coordinator versus a quarterback coach. So you're moving up the ladder because if you succeed there, then you can move up the ladder some more and possibly get a head coaching job. And that might have been what Tokar's ultimate goal is to be one day a head coach. So you have to move on to get better jobs to move up the ladder. But being the quarterback coach here at Florida State under the coach Malzahn, offensive coordinator for us, Florida State. They done he's done a I'm gonna say a good job, good enough job with the quarterbacks on the roster, playing wise. Yes, we had some questionable quarterbacks, but for the most part, he had to do a good enough job to get elevated to be an offensive coordinator at another university. Next up, running back coach David Johnson also leaves Florida State to get a new job. Don't know where his stop is. I um, didn't get enough information on that, but um, David Johnson is no longer with Florida State uh, Seminoles, which he was the running backs coach. So who will Florida State plug into that position down the road? Time will only tell. Next up, Cam Martin is hired. Uh, oh, there. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Cam Martin is hired as the new running backs coach. Yeah, I know. I just said that didn't know who was coming, but now I pull it up. I see. Um, Cam Martin is hired as the new running backs coach for Florida State. Um, this coach, he brings energy, he brings recruiting skills, he brings just skill alone in coaching. Um, Cam Martin is great. What he does to develop the running back position. He gets the best out of his players. He likes big backs. He likes the fast, speedy backs, and he likes the ground and pound backs. So, what kind of backfield will Coach Martin have far as an impact on the 2026 running back room? Next up, Florida State is looking to fill the general manager position. Yes, it's been a lot of talks about the general manager position at Florida State and what will it look like, when will it get filled, who is a good candidate. Uh, do you want an NFL guy? Do you want a college coach, former college coach, or do you want somebody that's already in-house or somebody that has come through the Florida State coaching staff to be the new general manager? Well, my opinion is I think it should be a former Florida State football player. Why do I say that? Because if you get a former FSU football player to become your general manager, you already are a few steps up the ladder. You got someone who's played in the system. You got somebody who's played within the university, at the university. You got someone that knows the uh, how to recruit. You will know somebody. You got somebody that you know can develop the players or help the players get developed when they come. You can help the players succeed. And not only that, you're going to get the best interest from that general manager on the coaches. They're not going to tell the coaches how to coach, but they can help the coach they can be a mentor for the coach and the coaches on the roster. I think it should be a former player, because now when you get a former player, the players that are already here at Florida State, they can relate more to someone who's walked the halls of the university, who has stood in the locker room on the university, who has practiced on the same practice field as you and played on the same game field as you. You'll get when you get if you get a former player, you really really get a person that's all in Tallahassee, all in Florida State football. You get a person that is just all in the program and the program alone. And that person will do all they can to make the program better. So, yes, I think it should be a former FSU player or even a former FSU coach, somebody that who has worn the garnet and gold. They can really elevate the program more than where we are at or where we have been within the past few years. So moving on, transfer portal news. Who plans on leaving? Well, there is some names on this list that I didn't think wanted to leave, but okay. Um, Defensive back Kai Bates. He plans on getting into the transfer portal. Next up, linebacker Jaden Parrish. He's a redshirt freshman. He announced on December 4th that he is going to get into the portal. Defensive end Jesse Harold, true freshman. He announced on December 5th he was jumping into the portal. Offensive line Mario Nash Jr., true freshman, announced on December 9th that he was going to get into the portal. Tight end Luke Douglas, he is a redshirt freshman, announced on December 9th he was jumping into the portal. Defensive line Taylor Coleman, he's a junior. He announced on December 9th. Defensive line Jamari Flagg, he's a redshirt freshman, announced on December 10th. Running back Jalen Lucas, redshirt junior. He announced also on December 10th. Receiver Willie Saries, redshirt freshman, also announced on December 10th. Defensive back Edwin Joseph, he's a sophomore. He announced on December 10th. And Randy Pittman Jr. also announced jumping into the portal. Yes, some of these names stand out more so than others. I would have loved to seen Randy Pittman uh, stay with the Florida State Seminoles. I would love to have seen Edwin Joseph come back for another year. Um, I would love to have seen Mario Nash, offensive line Mario Nash, stay with us. Um, and Kai Bates, defensive back, stay with us. Yes, the portal is not open yet, and I know that these guys have announced that they were getting into the portal, and I believe that once you announce, I believe that is your intentions. But at the same time, since the portal is not open yet, we still got a week or two, I think, left. Not quite sure on the actual date, but hopefully these guys change their mind and just say, you know what, I'm gonna give it another year to come back to Florida State, see what happens. But right now, as of right now, the way it's looking and the way it's being announced, that all of these guys are jumping into the portal. And like I said, once you announce that you're jumping into the portal, most times you don't change your mind to uh, come back to your formal team. You go head on and try your talent elsewhere. But hopefully some of these guys or all of these guys, running back Jalen Lucas, I love to see him come back. Hopefully these guys decide to put the garnet and gold back on for one more year. So that's all we have for today's show. I encourage everyone, like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend about us. Find us on Instagram. I am your host, RDJ, and go Noles.